Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. My name is Marie, and today I want to talk to you guys about erectile dysfunction, or ED. You know, I believe it or not, I get a lot of questions about erectile dysfunction, not from the men. I get it from the ladies. And before I start getting a bunch of slack from the men sitting there saying, what the hell? What is this woman doing talking about erectile dysfunction? For every guy out there that has erectile dysfunction, there's a woman or a partner at the other end of that spectrum. And I know that a lot of men out there like to believe that it's all about them, and this thing revolves all around them, but it actually affects the other person, sometimes as bad, if not worse than the person going through it. And I want to really elaborate on that it's not the people that are coming to me and going, oh, this is driving me crazy, I can't believe this is happening. They actually come to me with a lot of concern, and they're like, I really want to help him. I know it's frustrating him. I know that it's driving him crazy. I know that it really upsets him. It really bothers his manhood. And as women, as partners, we want to fix the problem. We always want to fix the problem. So today, I'm going to help you figure out how to fix that problem, whether you're a guy with the problem or a partner that's having to deal with someone with this problem. I'm gonna show you what to do. For those of you who don't know what erectile dysfunction is, or ED, it's the incapability of getting or maintaining an erection. And for some men, this is so shameful. I literally, believe it or not, I actually know men who buy pills, little blue pills, through the black market. Or they have friends that get these pills, and they will actually pay them double what the pills are worth. These little Viagra pills. They actually pay them twice what the pills are worth just so that they can get them. To do anything, not to have to go to a doctor, look at a doctor in the face and tell him, I have erectile dysfunction. So the way that this works in my neck of the woods, in the natural circles, is I usually have someone who emails me, and they'll say, oh, I really need help with my kidneys, or I really need help with detoxification, or I need help and I need help. And then usually around the third email, I get this email that says, oh, by the way, I have this friend, and do you know anything about erectile dysfunction or what I could do for that? To me, it's a shame. It really is. It's just sad and a shame that we live in a society where we can plaster breasts everywhere. I mean, everywhere. They're on billboards, everything else, but we can't even talk about erectile dysfunction because that's taboo. That's just not really cool in my book. But anyway, once upon a time, erectile dysfunction was only heard of in men who were in their 50s, 60s. Now, in recent years, we're seeing men with erectile dysfunction as young as 30. And some, I even talked to a doctor yesterday who told me he's starting to see them in their mid to late 20s. He says this is just like unheard of, that these men that are so young are having erectile dysfunction. Is it something that's causing testosterone to drop in these men? Here's my theory. I'm going to call it a unit. I know some people sit there and, just to be nice, and you know there might be children watching, your unit is a muscle, and I don't understand how testosterone has anything to do with getting a muscle to function. Okay, so I don't agree so much with the testosterone thing. I think it definitely has other issues, and I'll get to that in a minute. Have the testosterone levels been dropping over the years? Well, obviously, but the thing is that something had to have started this new cycle where younger and younger and younger men are experiencing erectile dysfunction. And one of the things that I can tell you for sure is going to make or break erectile dysfunction. I don't care how many pills you take, okay? The one thing that is going to make the difference in that area is going to be the food that you consume into your body. I literally have a friend who has a husband who has erectile dysfunction, and she's already approved me, and she said it was okay, but I'm not going to mention his name, even though she gave me permission. I'm not going to do that. Her husband has erectile dysfunction, and when he eats healthy, if he starts eating a lot of salads and he cuts back his protein and he cuts back his grains, he doesn't have a problem. The minute he starts to consume crappy foods all over again, the erectile dysfunction is back. So she pretty much can tell when he's eating healthy or when he's not eating healthy, during his lunch breaks, because of his performance that evening. And that does have a lot to do with it. The amount of processed foods, grains mainly, that you consume, grains are full of opiates. And you know what opiates do to your body. I mean, they kind of make you all, well, it does the same thing to the muscles in your body. It relaxes. You know, these grains that are full of opiates relax not just your head, not just your back, not just your arms and everything else. You know how you have that nice little turkey dinner, and after that turkey dinner you're just like, oh, I just want to lay here, I don't want to do anything. Well, guess what? Your muscles are reacting the exact same way. You know, that is not disconnected from the rest of your body. It functions, and it has blood going to it, it has lymphatic fluid going to it, has everything just like the rest of your body. So why would you expect it to act differently than any other part of your body? So when you consume a lot of processed foods and you consume a lot of grains that are full of opiates, it's going to cause that reaction. You are going to experience erectile dysfunction. Another thing is the amount of animal protein that you put into your body. When you consume a lot of animal protein, it sends a lot of acid, and it has a tendency to cause erectile dysfunction. Not only is animal protein bad for erectile dysfunction, for men, it also affects the prostate gland, because the hormones in the meat stimulate the prostate. And every time it stimulates the prostate, the chances of you getting prostate cancer are pretty high. So you don't want to be stimulating your prostate that often with animal protein. So you consume a lot of grains, you consume a lot of animal protein, you're going to have erectile dysfunction. You cut back on the grains, you cut back on the animal protein, you're going to not suffer erectile dysfunction. Another thing that really affects erectile dysfunction is alcohol. I mean, I think that would have to go unsaid, because alcohol is always going to limit or distort your performance. I mean, it not only distorts your thinking, it also distorts any other part of you, and so that, I think that goes without saying. Erectile dysfunction in the health community is literally called the canary in the bird cage. years and years and years ago, when they used to go down into the mines, they used to take a canary in a bird cage. And that way, if the air got too thin or the air was toxic or there wasn't enough air, the canary would die. And they knew you got to get the hell out of there. So the same thing goes for erectile dysfunction. It's the canary in the bird cage. So I want to be very clear about this. Your unit is a muscle. Your heart is also a muscle. If one muscle is not getting enough oxygen and not getting enough blood to it, what do you think is happening to the other muscle? So when someone comes to me, male or female, and says, my husband or I have erectile dysfunction, I don't sit there and think anything sexual. I instantly think heart attack, stroke, because if that's not working, that's not working. That's not getting blood, this is not getting blood. If that's not getting oxygen, this isn't getting oxygen. If that's not working correctly, neither is this. So that would be a bigger concern for me when I hear the words ED than the performance in the bedroom. My instant concern is like, oh, well, we need to do some changes here because the canary is starting to croak, and that means that there's a heart attack or a stroke in your future, and you do not want that. There's something so much more important going on here. And one of the ways that I noticed that a lot of men with ED, if you look at their nose, you're going to see little broken blood vessels, or their nose will be swollen, and that is part of your ticker not working correctly. So that's something that you definitely want to think about next time that you get ED. I want you to make that connection. Hey, I need to start eating differently. I need to start taking care of myself, because this goes so much further than the bedroom. This goes straight into this beautiful muscle that you have up here where things are not working correctly. One of the things that really affects ED is also its diabetes. But with diabetes, the same as whether it's testosterone or diabetes, I don't care what is causing your erectile dysfunction. If you start eating healthy, I promise you, I will bet my last dollar that within a 3-month period, you will have gotten control of your diabetes. Your ED will be unheard of, because literally, I watch men that know what this is all about, the whole diet thing, where they will play with their diet. Okay, well, I know if I eat this, I'm going to have erectile dysfunction. If I don't eat this, and then it becomes, it takes away the, it's your manhood. You don't have to focus on that anymore, because it has nothing. Erectile dysfunction, please hear me, guys. Erectile dysfunction has zero to do with your manhood, and everything to do with what you put into your mouth. So I promise you, everything that I have, I promise you, if tomorrow you go on a healthy diet, you cut out that meat out of your diet, cut out all those dead animals out of your diet, start eating more fruits and vegetables, stay away from the alcohol, and you eat healthy, I promise you, if you have low testosterone, it's going to go up. If you have erectile dysfunction, it's going to go away. If you have diabetes, you're going to get it under control. So it's something that is that simple. You don't need to take the blue pill. You need to take the red pill, come into reality, and realize what erectile dysfunction truly is. And I promise you, if you do that, you will be happy and you will be a lot healthier. Till next time. Bye-bye.